Hello everyone, I am Hope, better known as Hope M, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to be giving you tips on how to prepare for your supplementary exams or the exams that you're going to be writing when you upgrade your matric. Guys, in this video, I am going to be very straightforward. I hope you guys catch up on what I'm saying. And yeah, without being said, let's get straight in today's video. Tip number 1, identify the areas where you need improvement. Since you are a person who is rewriting, I'm sure you know what you struggled with last year. Please don't make what you struggled with last year to also be your problem this year. If you know that last year you struggled with Euclidean geometry, please make sure that this year you do not struggle with Euclidean geometry. Make sure you know the ins and the outs of Euclidean. Make sure you know the ins and the outs of analytical geometry. Make sure you know the ins and the outs of calculus and whatever. Just make sure you do not repeat the same mistakes that you repeated last year. And please make sure that whatever subject that you struggled with last year or the previous years that you did matric, you don't struggle with them now. Because what's the point of rewriting something if you still don't understand? It literally means that your marks are not going to change. They are not going to change. And no miracle is going to happen. If you don't put in the effort, you're literally gonna get the same marks, and unfortunately you're not gonna go anywhere with those marks. That's the sad truth. So make sure you actually improve what you were struggling with. Tip number 2, create a study plan. As much as people think that study plans are useless, we don't follow them, we don't stick to them, it's because you lack self-discipline. And that's the truth. You cannot follow a study plan if you lack discipline. Get yourself disciplined, okay? And then you'll be able to follow that study timetable that you have. This has nothing to do with you being unable to follow the study plan. You're just lazy. You're lazy. Stop being lazy, man. If you're lazy, you're still gonna get the same marks. No motivation is gonna help you pass. You lack self-discipline. Without self-discipline, you're not going anywhere. So when I'm like, you should create a study timetable, I'm not saying you should allocate a specific time that you're gonna study or allocate hours that you're gonna study and say, oh no, I'm gonna study for 3 hours, or oh no, I'm actually gonna start at 8 a.m. Because what happens if you don't start at 8 a.m.? If it's 8:30, you're not gonna start anymore because you're gonna be like, oh no, I already passed my first study schedule, so I'm not gonna be able to continue. So when you create a study plan, just make sure you put the subjects and just say, I'm gonna study this until I'm done, or I'm gonna study this for 3 hours because all I need is 3 hours. I believe I'm gonna be done within 3 hours. Make sure you focus for that 3 hours and put in the work for 3 hours and see how you actually did after that study session. Tip number 3, get study materials. Guys, there is YouTube these days. Make sure you watch people that teach on YouTube. Mlungu Sinkos, Kevin Math Science. There are other people that also teach biology. There's mindset. When I'm like, gather study material, please make sure you gather your study material. Please make sure you look for textbooks. Please make sure you research. Don't just relax and be lazy in terms of your academics. If you're lazy, who's gonna do it for you? Who is gonna do it for you? If not you, who? Do you think I can do it for you? No, I can't. Even if I wanted to, how am I gonna do it for you while I'm here? I can't do it for you. So sometimes stop being lazy and stop procrastinating, because this is your life after all. You know, you're not gonna go anywhere if you don't do things for yourself. So gather the study materials. Gather them. Are you gathering them? Tip number 4, practice past papers. Guys, one thing you should never ever skip or forget to do is to study or practice using question papers. Because when you practice using past question papers, you gain more knowledge, which is why I always mention this in each and every video of mine. Practice using past papers. If you feel like you are stuck in a certain question, you can use ChatGPT to give you answers. You can use AI to give you answers. There's no need for you to actually feel like you really don't understand, you have no solution, you don't know how or who to ask. Ask other people who are upgrading. Ask other people who are rewriting or repeating Matric. Ask people that are in Matric. They will go and ask their teachers and come back with solutions. These days, you can literally just ask ChatGPT and tell it to explain it step by step how it got that answer, and it will explain for you. And if you feel like you're a person who doesn't understand ChatGPT, you can literally say Mathematics Memorandum 2025 on YouTube. Not 2025, but 2024, question 1. And then it will take out answers or people that are actually trying to solve and get that answer. And you guys are actually lucky because there's also Mlungisi Nkosi who teaches sciences. And sometimes when he's teaching in his videos, he's like, if you have a question, you can email me. And then next week when you come back, he's busy solving that question on one of his videos. So you guys are lucky. You guys just don't use resources as much as you're supposed to. But please make sure you do that. Tip number 5, seek support. Guys, get tutors. If you're a person who struggles with math, get a tutor. If financially you cannot get yourself a tutor, please stick to YouTube. YouTube is very much helpful. Not only is it for watching vlogs, but there are people who actually teach. There are people who actually teach on YouTube. So please don't take that for granted. I will keep on saying this. Mlungisi Nkosi, Kevin Math Science. You guys also know extra tutors here on YouTube. You can search for them, guys. You can find new people that you understand. If you don't understand Mlungisi Nkosi, go for Kevin Math Science. If you don't understand him, look for other people. There are even females that teach. You can even watch Mindset. Guys, you can even download the app called Mindset where they literally teach. You can even watch them teach on DSTV on channel 319. I don't know about now, but 319 used to play academic things. They used to literally put academic tips there. And if you're using a DSTV Explorer, you can literally record the session, watch it when you're free. But if you don't use it, stay awake and watch that session until you're done. This is your academics at the end of the day. So put in the work, okay? Tip number 6, stay motivated. No matter what happens, no matter how many times you feel discouraged, make sure you are motivated. This is your life, okay? This is not your parents' life. As much as you want to make them proud, remember that you're doing this for yourself. Don't lose motivation. Don't lose motivation. If you ever feel like giving up, rather just cry it out and make sure you come back and study. If you feel demotivated, watch videos that will motivate you. If you feel like my YouTube videos are not motivating enough, watch other people that are gonna motivate you, okay? If you're going through a heartbreak and it's time to study, you know what you do? You take that heartbreak and you're like, heartbreak, wait a minute, let me finish this study session, and you put it aside. When you're done studying, take that heartbreak, put it back in, cry, because you would have studied. What's the use of you crying over a heartbreak, mourning a person who is still alive, and then when it's time for you to write, you write nonsense because you didn't study, and then when your results come back, you and that person actually fix things? Like, what was the use of your tears? You see, you guys fix things, but your marks are still zeros. Why don't you rather just cry and then study and then cry again and then study? Like, when it's time to study, it's time to study. When it's time to cry, it's time to cry. Make sure you cry when it's time to cry. Make sure you study when it's time to study, but don't mix those things together. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna regret uzozisola, like utatsola swa straight. A wu nge mixi swilo swa mujolo, mixa na swilo swa xikolo, u ringeta ku endla one thing at the same time. Ku humelela yini loko wena that person se mi lunghise swilo? U ta va u fairile, like you can't even go back and fix your mistakes. You see? So make sure you stay motivated. Tip number 7, take care of yourself. As much as you study, make sure you rest. Rest is very much important. If you don't rest, when it's time for you to take in information, you can't take in information. When it's time for you to write, you go blank. You know why people go blank? Because they don't rest. You guys don't sleep. You want to study one day before and then go and write. It doesn't work like that. There's no shortcuts when it comes to life. You can't shortcut things, academics. You shortcut, you get a 20. You get a 20, you cry. Why are you crying? You started studying one day before. Those are the results of what you have been studying. People will reap what they sow. If you studied 3 months before, you will get that AET that you've been working so hard for. You can't plant a plant today and expect it to be grown by tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. You have to plant it today, water it tomorrow, water it next week, water it next month for it to grow. Just like your academics, if you invest every single day, if you invest, you will be happy with the results. If you don't invest, you'll get the same marks again, those disappointing marks. And please don't cry for us, because in risk, you are risking. You're studying one day before. You act like you're clever. If you were clever, you'd be working right now. So don't chance for us, okay? Without that being said, go and study your books. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I am signing out. Peace.